I just wanted to take some time to tell and share with you why I chose Young Living, why I chose to invest my time, my resources, and all of that into Young Living versus another essential oil company. I had spent some time doing some research, finding out what the different quality of oils were, what kind of processes they use, what sort of things may have harmful effects on the process of obtaining essential oils, and found that Young Living is the best. They are the world leader in essential oils. They have been in business for over 20 years. They pretty much pioneered essential oils in the United States. Young Living has high integrity. They have this thing called an open door policy. You can go there and you can see the whole process taking place at the farms and the factory. When they're shipping, all those types of things. I actually went to one of their farms and saw the distillation process, saw the little seedlings in the greenhouse, saw the plants out in the fields, and was able to oversee and kind of take a peek at how the whole thing works. So it was super cool. They're wide open. Many other companies don't even process or grow their own plants. Pretty much all of them don't. And so it was really cool to see a company care so much about all the details. Young Living has amazing customer service. If you call, they'll pretty much handle your problem without any hassle. I've had amazing experience with their customer service. There are many other wellness products and supplements and all sorts of things that Young Living has as well. But the biggest thing that sets Young Living apart from any other company is their seed to seal process. Young Living oversees every step of the process, all the way from the seed to the seal. Strict attention to detail, from the seed sown to the plants harvested, ensures that the oils you obtain from Young Living are the purest, most potent essential oils available. So this precise detailed method is known as the seed to seal process, or the seed to seal promise, which is their promise to you. Young Living has farms all over the world. They own their own farms or partner with people in areas to oversee the production and things of the farm. So they have farm partnerships in some of those countries like Oman, where you can't just walk in there and buy some land. So and if, for instance, a frankincense tree, it takes 40 years just for the tree to be able to start to yield the resin that makes the essential oil. So they have some partnerships as well, but Young Living oversees every step of the process. So I'm going to go over the process with you. The first step in that process is the seed. Young Living experts select plants that will yield the highest therapeutic value based on scientific research, field studies, and university partnerships. And then also on-site plant certification. So Young Living, all the way from the very seed, is overseeing the process. They're going to be checking, make sure that seed is not genetically modified, to make sure there's no problems with it. Once Young Living has been growing a plant for a long time, they're just going to choose the seeds that come from the plants that have the highest yield of therapeutic grade essential oils. And use their own great quality seeds that come from their great quality plants. But in the first place, they have to get the seed from somewhere. So they're going to be testing it and making sure that it is a good seed. So the next step in the process is cultivate. Hands-on experience at each of Young Living's global farms ensures that strict quality standards are met wherever our plants are grown, including responsible weed and pest control, proper soil preparation and irrigation, and sustainable wildcraft harvest techniques. What are all those big words? All right, so wildcraft harvest techniques just means that they're going to grow the plant where it's native to. They're not going to try to grow a frankincense tree in the United States. They're going to grow it over in the Middle East, where it was made to be grown, where the conditions are right for it to grow. Young Living never uses any sort of chemicals or anything on their plants. They use only things that are food grade and things that you can eat. So if you can't eat it, they don't put it on your plant, because eventually the plant's going to be an oil, and the oil's going to be going onto your skin and into your bloodstream, and we don't want chemicals in our bloodstream. So they're super careful with that, and they do all hand weeding. You can actually go there and participate in some weeding. They'd love to have you. but they're going to be in there picking out all the weeds by hand. So that is really neat, that they're not going to be spraying them with chemicals to get rid of pests or to prevent weeds from growing. So some other things, because Young Living has been in business so long, they know some little tricks of the trade. They've learned things along the way. They know that peppermint is going to get its highest yield of oil if you harvest it in the middle of the night, and spruce, you're going to get the best quality if you do it when it's 40 below, because all that immune system, this oil of the tree, is coming into its trunk. So there's cool little things that Young Living knows from being so experienced and having been around for a long time. Young Living has farms all over the world. They have them here in Canada, Oman and Yemen, Ecuador. They have lots and lots of different farms. You can look at a map and see where their farms are. So that's super cool. That's the cultivation process. The next is the distilling process. Now this, I think, is one of the most important steps of the process. They use Young Living's proprietary low temperature, low pressure steam distillation process allows the natural bioactive plant compounds in every batch of essential oil to remain uncompromised, ensuring optimal oil quality every single time. Low temperature, low pressure, super important. Like I had mentioned earlier in a different post, a carrot, when you pick it out of the garden, is alive. If you were to boil it and pressure it and steam it and pressure it some more and can it, you're going to lose those live properties. So it's very important during the steam distillation process that the temperature never gets very high. I like to think of it kind of like a tea bag. That first steeping of the tea is going to yield you the best tea. Now you could steep it and add more heat and add more pressure and squeeze it and squish it and do whatever you want to try to get more, but you're going to lose quality in the process. The third or fourth time, you're going to be barely getting anything out of it. Some companies like to say that they do total distillation. That's exactly what they're doing. They're totally distilling it, getting everything that they can out of it by using whatever means possible. Heat, pressure, solvents, all sorts of things like that. So again, the pressure, the low pressure is super important. You want it to just naturally come out of the plant with the steam. You don't want to squeeze it and press it and to try to get as much as you can out of it. That first steam distillation is going to yield the highest quality therapeutic grade essential oil. So that is the distillation process. And like I said, Young Living doesn't use any solvents or anything like that, because sometimes if the companies that use solvents in the distillation process, those solvents get into the oil, and then you're having chemicals that are going to be going into your body. No good. All right. So the next step in the process is test. Young Living tests both internally and in third-party laboratories to ensure purity, potency, and overall quality, to make sure that the oil is worth the Young Living label. So not only are they having their own scientists and chemists test it, but they're sending it to a third party to have it tested by somebody else. Young Living stands by this, and I can attest to this. Last year they had Valor out of stock for over 6 months, which is a super popular oil. It was actually in their premium starter kit at the time. And they had it out of stocks for an entire 6 months because the quality just wasn't up to their standards. It didn't pass the test. So although it was disappointing not to have it, it was cool to see in action an example of them having integrity in not putting anything that's not good quality out into their bottles and sending it to us. So that is really neat. And that is the testing process. The final step in the seed to seal process is the seal. So the seed to seal process is complete when Young Living carefully inspects and seals each bottle of essential oil and encodes every label with information that allows Young Living to trace it back to its original source. So as far as I know, every other company that sells essential oils is a broker. They buy either the plant or the oil from somebody else, and then they distribute it, bottle it and distribute it. So they might be buying the plant and then distilling it themselves and doing that whole total distillation thing, or they might be buying the oil already done and distributing it from that. They could not tell you where that plant came from. And most other companies, I'm pretty sure all other companies, don't have an open door policy. You don't know what's happening behind those doors. So just the integrity that Young Living has with this seed to seal promise to you and your family is just completely amazing and above the bar in all areas. So that is why I have chosen Young Living for the company for my essential oils.